Coming up on the Week 5 full moon edition of the EndZone. I say that because there was a full moon out and we had some weird scores. The battle for Pontotoc, one team scored more than the other. That's all I can say about that. Some big-time tests tonight for Starkville, West Point, Louisville, Houston. One of those teams involved in the stunner of the night, and it's the uncivil war between Caledonia and New Hope. All sorts of great highlights and scores coming up.
The WCBI EndZone Show with Robbie Donahoe and Tom Ebel is brought to you by OCH Regional Medical Center, Carl Hogan Toyota, East Mississippi Community College, and Max South.
Welcome into the EndZone Week 5. Can you believe it? We're already a quarter of the way through the season. We're presented by OCH Regional Medical Center, and our great sponsors help us put it all together. Carl Hogan Toyota, East Mississippi Community College, and Max South. Robbie, Tom, sit back, relax. It's going to be a fun night.
Wacky.
Weird night.
Wacky.
I wouldn't say wacky, but weird.
Weird is a good way to put it.
Strange, just like, there's going to be a lot of these scores tonight that we're going to run through that none of us expected, and just major blowouts.
Don't make sense. It just does not make sense. It must be a full moon out there,
Oh,
Robbie.
wait, it is, and maybe that's why this all went down the way it did. Okay, let's get to our Carl Hogan Toyota game of the week. The battle for Pontotoc. This is one of those blowouts we were talking about. If you don't know about them grapes now, better learn.
Wearing the helmet
better
for
recognize.
3 weeks.
Yeah.
WCBI High School Football Game of the Week is brought to you by Carl Hogan Toyota in Columbus.
I'm in the market for a new car, and I got to say, I basically took a test drive with the Toyota Avalon for Carl Hogan Toyota, and I got to say, if I had an extra 42 grand, I may spend it all on that car, but I don't. So you make your own choice. It's Pontotoc, North Pontotoc. We got it going, and it was some hard-hitting football. Look at Gabe Harmon tell Tanner Turk, no, get off me. Upending Turk for the first down. Later in the drive in our Carl Hogan Toyota game of the week, fans loving it. Jacob Carter throwing to the wrong team. Jaquez Berry with the pick. Probably should have stayed in the end zone because he got up to the 1-yard line. Either way, North Pontotoc would punt. So the next drive for them Grapes, the Warriors, here comes Gabe Harmon. This dude, tough as nails, gets after you on the ground, takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. That would lead to my ball. Jacob Carter takes it in from a yard out on the read option. Pontotoc wouldn't need to score after that, but they did, and they scored a lot more. 38-0. Heck of a win for the Warriors and our friends from the Miss 98 Scoreboard Show. Again, full moon. That's the only reason why I'm going to say those kinds of things. Pontotoc, I mean, we continue to sing their praises, but they keep beating teams by major margins, and they did it again tonight.
Them grapes.
Real
it's
deal.
Real.
They're the real deal.
It's not a joke.
No.
It's never been, Robbie.
I didn't think it was. Why are you challenging me for that? Okay, so Pontotoc for real. Starkville, I still think they're for real, but maybe a bit shocked tonight.
First couple games, they showed their dominance,
Yeah.
but they made the long trip to Meridian. Starkville 3-0 up to this
Ray
point.
Stadium.
Ray Stadium. Starkville at Meridian. Here is Malik Brown. He'll find Tavian Clark, that's who it is. Gets him right into scoring position. That'll lead right to this. Rodriguez Clark, he puts up the first score of the game. 7-0 Starkville early on. Meridian, a tough team. They wouldn't go down without a fight. Here they go, putting in reaches in on the pylon.
Wow.
He calls it a touchdown. That would tie it up 7-7. And Meridian goes on to shock Starkville at home. Meridian at home, 20-10. Tough loss for the Yellow Jackets on the road.
Their first loss their last 17 games. By the way, Malik Brown got hurt in this game. We have to keep an eye on him and his status going forward. Let's go to Knoxville and West Point. There's a lot of score lines tonight that don't make sense. This may be one of them. I think we've been waiting to see West Point look like that 5A North team to beat. They look like it's tonight. Here, Malik Stallings, Tigers actually start off the game with a touchdown. They led 6-0. It's the last time the Tigers would score the rest of this game. Marcus Murphy, that's my get-in touchdown. He would not be denied there with the short touchdown run. West Point goes up 7-6. And after a turnover on downs, Marcus, from his own 4-yard line, takes the direct snap, gets some great blocking, and the deuce is loose. 96 yards for the touchdown. Not going to catch that speed. It's all greenies tonight. 47-6. What is going on?
I don't know.
I don't know, but we have another blowout for you coming up here, which I thought would be very close too. The Uncivil War with Caledonia and Newell. Trojans, yeah, sort of flexing their muscle tonight. We start things off with Zion Ford, tough runner for Caledonia. Feds get a first down that play, would lead to a field goal, 35-yarder. Good. Caledonia takes a 3-0 lead. That lead would be short-lived. Even though the student section, loving what they're seeing, it would be short-lived like I mentioned. This is Thomas Stevens, going to find Jeremy Tate on a 15-yard pickup. Gets it inside the 10-yard line, would lead to a Tyron Reed touchdown run on this next play. TPOD, Trojans 49-10 over Caledonia. Another blowout.
Another blowout.
They just keep going
here.
through.
Louisville making the long trip to Lafayette.
Well, we're not to Louisville yet. We got to get some scores
Excuse
first.
me, sorry.
Scores. It's okay. I know you're excited about Louisville and Fayette. We'll get there in a second. Amory wins, gets a good road win at Center Hill 38-20. Corinth wins at New Albany 48-21. And Boonville goes up to Tisch County. Beats the Braves 33-14.
No lack of offense tonight.
No, and not at Lafayette either.
And speaking of which, not in Lafayette, Louisville making the trip all the way up to Lafayette County here early on. Will Art will find Tyler Carmichael Williams on the slant. He's like, I'm going to add to those offensive totals from the Friday night. He goes in for the 49-yard touchdown after a Louisville turnover. Lafayette would get it back. Here's a little bit of play action art here
Cutie.
by Art. Gets it to the big man who will rumble down into Wildcat territory. Next play, the Wildcats would get a fumble recovery at the end zone, but it just would not be enough. Lafayette County goes on to win 42-7. 42-7.
There you go.
Right.
You got it.
Another blowout.
Another blowout indeed. Let's go to Houston and Choctaw County. Here's another blowout that I don't think anyone was expecting. Now, we know Houston's a good football team. We also know Uriah Shepard's a pretty darn good quarterback. There's a lot of arm tackling there for the Chargers. He made them look silly on a 30-yard touchdown run. 28-0 lead for Houston. And, oh, my goodness, bad snap. There's Taylor Baskin pouncing on the end zone for another score. Toppers lead 34-0. Next possession for Choctaw County. Woody Val's pass is going the other way. Zykeal Burgess picks it off, and that's going to be a pick six. My goodness, Ty Harden's Houston Hilltoppers, 40-7.
Yikes.
Good grief, heck of a statement win for Houston tonight.
Not too crazy of a blowout, but another convincing win nonetheless. Itawamba AHS traveling to Aberdeen to face the Bulldogs. As you can see the highlights, Itawamba AHS making moves early on. It would be a tough one for Aberdeen to get back into this one. Itawamba would go on to win in convincing fashion, 35-12 on the road. Big win. Week 5 Indians tack on another.
When we return on the end zone, many more scores and highlights to get to around the area. A couple teams trying to punch above their weight this evening. Oakland and Baldwin playing 4A and 5A teams, and both of them being very competitive and hanging tough. Could South Pontotoc stay perfect? The Cougars, one of those few teams that do not have a blemish on their record. Bruce had other ideas about that. We'll get into division play tonight, Class 1A. Going down to see Nanawaya, Noxapater. Show you their highlights when we return. Back here on the end zone, presented by OCH Regional Medical Center. Back into the highlights. Now, I don't know if Shannon was trying to display poor sportsmanship or get in the heads of Oklahoma, but not shaking hands with the Chieftains. Okay, the Chiefs have something to say about that on the opening kickoff of the game, and it happens to be Kelsey McIntosh from his own 2-yard line. Hey, how's this for a handshake? 98 yards for a touchdown. Okalona's out to an early lead, 6-0, making a statement. Red Raiders, though, would try to respond. Jordan Gilliland is going to hit Cameron Buck on a good pickup. Gets it down to the 20-yard line, but on 3rd and goal from the 5 here, Gilliland's going to be picked off by Jacoria Stanfield on jump ball there. Shannon, though, does get it together. Red Raiders win it in a good one, tough one, 23-12 over Oklahoma.
The Baldwin Bearcats travel to Saltillo to take on the Tigers. Baldwin's up 14-7 here. Kane Wilbanks is going to toss it deep. The Braxton neighbor says no deep balls for you. Interception. Flip of the switch here. Baldwin on offense. Jalen Clark with the nice run here. That would set up Baldwin in scoring territory. Swinney gets in on the action. He's going to roll out, find Calvin Harris. He gets the first down on the
He's
catch.
He's a pretty good artist, by the way, Calvin Harris.
And Clark's just going to say, I'm just going to get in for the touchdown here. Bearcats would lead 21-7. Saltillo comes roaring back.
Great
the
win.
Tigers, 24-21 over the Bearcats.
That's a good win. That ends a 16-game losing streak for Saltillo, by the way. Good
You
going
go,
for
Tigers.
For Pat
and the
Durham.
perfect South Pontotoc Cougars throwing pens here
Perfect.
against Bruce. Bruce would have something to say about it. Bruce up 36-14 here. Look at this. We don't know where he is. Whoa, wait a minute.
ball.
There's the
Oh,
football.
fumble.
But South Pontotoc jumps on it. Rally caps on for the Cougars. Eddie Ivy's got his on. Check out this run. He had the play of a week last week.
Oh.
Look at these moves. Dancing. Oh, my goodness. What a run by Ivy there. Then we'll get on to Tyree. The big man, a little bit of lightning, a little bit of thunder. The big man rumbles, but it's just, the ball is on the turf. No. South Pontotoc's perfect season comes to an end in week 5. The Bruce wins 42-20.
Good win for the Trojans tonight on the road. Let's get some other scores here. East Union defeats Alcorn Central 43-37. Kossuth puts up 66 and win over Nettleton. Walnut over New Site 52-20. Senatobia defeats Water Valley 63-10. Independence over Morville 35-6. Hatley over Mantachie 48-26. Calhoun City, good road win at Velma Jackson tonight 28-14. Eupora looking strong, bouncing back, winning 37-0 at JZ George. And West Lauderdale, they're perfect, by the way, in 4A. The Knights beat Winona 28-0. Over to Cumberland, East Webster, taking on Raymond Brooks. I don't know, maybe it's just Ray. Either way, Charlie Brandon's going to find Cade Sheridan, or not Charlie Brandon, I'm sorry, Metz Miller Hancock. They've been rotating quarterbacks in left and right. Now, Charlie Brandon did get hurt last week. I don't believe he played this evening, so that means Hancock's going to have to be your quarterback, and here, that's a pretty good play to do. Hand off to Quay Evans, let him go up the middle for a touchdown. It was all East Webster, but this game got close late. 35-24, Wolverines do win. It was a close one. It was a tight one. Again, East Webster, your winners, 35-24. I don't think we have put that in our system yet, but again, Wolverines do win. Tenanawaya, the Warriors tonight, taking on Sebastopol. Now, it's our first time seeing Tenanawaya. Haven't got a chance to get down to Winston County and catch up with the Warriors. We're going to see a lot of defense in this highlight here. Nowhere to go here for the Bobcats. Brick wall defense for Tenanawaya. So now let's go back to the offense. Chris Smith taking the direct snap off the Wild Warrior. Picks up a decent game. More defense, though, from Tenanawaya. Had a lot of this tonight as they continue to get after the quarterback here. Sebastopol gets a good game, but it would be Tenanawaya. By the way, watch this hit here from Bryson Stanton coming up on Sebastopol. No, you're not going anywhere. Warriors win 56-0 over Sebastopol. Over to Noxapater in Leake County. Get a chance to check out the Tigers taking on Leake County. Noxapater already had a pretty big lead here, 27-0 in the second quarter when we picked this up here. Montavious Lyle's going to go nowhere here for the Gators, so now the Tiger defense still trying to get after him, and they would do that. Bryson Abel's going to throw an interception. That's Malik Miller picking it off for Noxapater. Tigers go on to win 34-0 over Leake County. Good win.
Two teams looking to get their first win in the 2016 season.
right.
Montgomery County at French Camp. A little bit of Montgomery County here. Their opening possession. Kenny Bradley, he'll go to the right side for a nice pickup. He'll rumble on over there. And then Jesse McCright will come right at us. He'll get in for the touchdown.
Nice.
Not too many touchdowns for Montgomery County, though. French Camp goes on to win 53-18. At home. Let's go French Camp.
Good win for the Panthers. When we return on the end zone, we're getting back into highlights. We're getting back into 1A division play. The Raucous Rams in action tonight. Vardaman taking on a tough Thrasher team, and all sorts of points on the scoreboard in this one. And we'll go into MAIS. Privates report. How would Heritage, Starkville Academy, and Winona Christian all fare this evening? We'll tell you and we'll show you as well. Also going over into West Alabama. Sullivan, Vernon, South Lamar, all in action. Highlights next. Welcome back into the end zone. Thrasher and Vardaman playing in division action tonight. We start things off with a run here for the Rebels as they get a decent game trying to get into Vardaman territory. Later on, though, Jalen Warren for the Rebels can't get away. Fumbles. Dakota Murphy's going to pounce on it, and he's going to recover. That would lead to Vardaman on offense going to work. Be a nice handoff here. Patrick Pratt's going to get into the end zone for the touchdown. Trey Owen, by the way, is on that quarterback in the quarterback spot for the Rams. Eventually, he'd hit Pratt for another long throw later on in this game. Rams gave the scoreboard a workout tonight. Vardaman wins tonight 50-38 over Thrasher in an entertaining football game. Let's go over to Hamilton. Lions taking on Coffeyville now. We preface this highlight by saying that we're not going to accurately sum up this football game, I believe, in these highlights. Coffeyville is going to get a touchdown, by the way, later on in this highlight. But Hamilton's been through a lot this year. The Lions continue to play hard and play tough for head coach Josh Beatty. This is a good win for Hamilton. Been a while since the Lions got a victory. They do so tonight over Coffeyville, 22-6.
Great win for the Fighting Jonathan Flippos.
That's right, Jonathan Flippos.
Pisgah Dragons at Heritage Academy. The Dragons. Well, Tyler Anderson, he's going to link up here.
Father of Dragons.
Father of Dragons. He'll get down to the 1. Pisgah would attempt to answer. I should say, oh, excuse me, that was Heritage Academy. Pisgah would try to answer. Look at tip drill. I'll take that one.
Tyler Anderson.
Tyler Anderson with the pick. That's the quarterback, folks, with the interception. Now, here's Tyler Anderson, who's going to take it deep and up.
That's Dante Gray, by the way.
Dante Gray, excuse me. Anderson will hand off to Gray. Gray takes it for the touchdown. Heritage up 14-0. Heritage says, we're just going to take this one all the way. High-scoring game in the end, though. Heritage wins 56-49.
Fun one. And let's time to retire the dab, Tyner. Time to retire the dab. Smithville wins over Biggersville 57-12. I believe that was Tyner Swedenberg. Couldn't tell or not. Pottscamp wins over Holka 64-0. Starkville Academy, good win on the road at Washington 17-10. Simpson beats Winston, but the Patriots hung tough in this one 19-7. Kemper Academy over Calhoun 56-14. And Central over Unity 46-18. When we return, diving into our more private school class highlights and over into West Alabama when we return here on the End Zone. Back here on the full moon edition of the End Zone, Winona Christian, Columbus Christian. I feel like I just have to keep saying that because, you know, it's one of those nights. Kamari Whitfield for Columbus Christian taking on Winona Christian here, getting a good game. Now, the Rams have been riddled with injuries. Their starting quarterback Dawson Shaw is out for the season. Here playing hard, but Winona Christian getting going. Kendall King, 20-yard carry. And then Walker Pearson going to finish it off for the Stars with a 10-yard touchdown right there. Winona Christian takes the lead with a 2-point conversion. And the Fighting Junior Grams going to win 34-16 over Columbus Christian. Oak Hill Academy and Marshall Academy. Raiders trying to hang tough with a pretty stout Marshall Academy team here. Ken Dill going to roll out here, but he's going to throw to the wrong team. This one gets picked off. It's going to be a pick 6 for Marshall. But you got to give Ken a lot of credit. Didn't let that pick 6 deter him because he continued to play hard. Here, Dill going to roll out to his right. He's going to find Powell Tabor on a really nice catch towards the sidelines, but it would be all Marshall. 42-7 winners tonight over Oak Hill Academy. And over to Victory Christian, the Eagles tonight taking on a tough East Memorial team. Haven't got a chance to see Victory Christian yet this year. We did get to see him tonight. It was homecoming, as you saw a little bit earlier there. Gavin Forster tossing one up here. It's a jump ball. I believe East Memorial made the interception there. So, once again, Victory trying to get back on offense and continuing to go towards the air. But another interception here for East Memorial eventually would turn into points as the Eagles would fall to Victory, or Eagles would fall to East Memorial tonight. Victory Christian loses 38-6 to East Memorial. Over to West Alabama.
Hopping right across the state line, Phil Campbell Bobcats at the Sulligent Blue Devils. This game was a little bit slow to start for the Blue Devils. Here's a nice little 10-yard pickup by Ethan Carter on the very next play. Same possession. Tyreek Metcalf, he's going to make a nice move there, but the ball pops right out. Scrum at the bottom. The Blue Devils would pick it up. Blue Devils pick up the offense. They end up winning 42-7. So they show,
nice.
Hey, game, just because we start slow doesn't mean we finish slow.
That's right.
Blue Devils, that's
like
right. Now on to Hatton Hornets at Vernon. Look at the kids. They're just loving it on a Friday night. Here, it's early in the second quarter here. Hatton on a screen play. He's going to try and get some yards here. But blam!
Big hit.
Big ol' hit by Bo Spencer. Isaac Whittle
Bye-bye.
and score. He said at the 10, I'm going to steal it here. Nothing Whittle about that.
It's a big stupid score.
Bulldogs up 20-0. It's almost halftime here. There they are. They just can't get enough of Bulldog football. Here, Rick Rogers will loft a beauty to a running back, Mark Duncan. Look at this catch.
Nice.
5'5". He shows, hey, height doesn't matter. That will lead to a field goal. Bulldogs dominate 44-7. They go on to get the W.
And real quick, by the way, South Lamar did play against Holy Spirit tonight. That's the guy we want to see, by the way.
Homecoming night, the sophomore is going to bring one back for the seniors here. Kadarius Griffin, he's going to take it 90 yards all the way for the touchdown. That would make it 25-0 Stallions. They tack on a couple more. South Lamar wins on homecoming night 39-0.
All right, Oakland beats Pisgah